Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a foundation review for you guys, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. So I am going to give you guys a little info on the foundation, and we're just going to jump right into the application, and then I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup off camera and check back in with you guys to let you know how the foundation is doing. So this foundation on the ABH website retails for $38. Which is not too bad. You do get 30 milliliters, which is 1 fluid ounce. Let's go ahead and open it up. It does say it's vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested. All these good things. Long wearing, no flashback, suitable for sensitive skin. Has a lot of claims, so perfect. I have combination skin. So in the wintertime, I'm usually just, I guess you can say my skin is like normal. So I don't like to reach for super matte foundations, although a lot of my foundations consist of just matte, majority of them. But I do have a few luminous foundations or natural finishes, satin finishes in there because of the wintertime. And sometimes I do like to have that more radiant natural finish, like for example the Gorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I really like that foundation, even though in the summertime I won't pull for it because it is, whew. So it is currently 100 degrees where I'm at, so I thought, why not test this? It does say luminous, but just because it says luminous does not mean that the foundation is going to be overly oily. You just have to test it out. So that's what we're going to do today. When I went into the store, you guys, I kid you not, I was like, I'm not buying this foundation. When I seen it on Trend Mood and I seen it launch, I said, I'm not buying this foundation unless they have the perfect shade for me. Like literally, I'm not about to go in here and just make a purchase on the closest shade to my skin tone, because sometimes, believe it or not, I am in the medium to tan range, and it can be very hard finding a foundation match for me because I always feel like it's either too neutral, it pulls too ashy, or it's just a little too deep, which is fine because you can always alter foundations. But when I find a foundation that is my perfect match, so I went into Ulta and I seen the foundation. I started swatching it. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna find my shade. That's good. I don't have to buy it. Plus I got too much stuff to review for you guys anyway. And behold, 365C was the perfect match for me. Anyways, it's a glass bottle. This is what the foundation looks like. It comes with a pump. Very nice and slick. On the back it does say foundation. This foundation kind of looks similar to the NARS foundation, and the packaging is somewhat similar. If you guys want to see it side by side, I do feel like the NARS packaging is a pinch bigger, but overall they hold the same amount of foundation. And yeah, the bottles kind of look similar. So this foundation does state it is a medium coverage foundation with a luminous natural finish. So let's test that out. I am going to take my little glass palette and I'm going to go ahead and dispense 1 to 2 pumps on there, and we are going to cover the face. I already primed with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I'm going to use an AOA sponge to apply this foundation. So here we go. Let's see what we get for 1 pump. Where you at? Oh, I feel you. Uh-oh. Okay, so I am going to use 2 because 1 didn't seem that full. And this is the foundation. It is quite thick. It's not runny. As you can see, it's not running down the plate. Is actually stuck where it is. It's the back of the sponge, and we're going to go ahead and apply this foundation all over the face. So I got it on the back. And as you can see, this is doing a really good job at covering. I definitely can see the medium in it. So I wouldn't say it's full, but we're gonna see if we probably could build it up just a tad bit more. It's spreading out, blending out very nice, and the match is just so good. I am gonna put another pump because I ran out and I need to cover the rest of this face. But the match is looking really, really good. And my forehead tends to be a little bit darker than the rest of my face, so I really don't care to match the forehead. I just go over it because for some reason that tans a lot faster than my face. So I always have a natural bronze look. And because this foundation matches me so well, I don't necessarily need to drag it down my neck. I really don't like doing that with foundations, but you can't really see no line or separation here because it's such a good match. Now I know this was 365C, and the description on the site was medium with olive undertones, but for some reason this is not pulling a lot of green for me. It's like right there, it's just perfect because I'm not olive, I'm more warm. But the W's were pulling more pink red, so this ended up being like the best match. So I am going to just go ahead and add one more pump and just see if it's going to cover up. Oh yeah, okay. So it's building up really nicely, and I'm just using one more pump on the cheek area to cover up some of those some of the skin I see coming through. So it is buildable. It's still giving me that natural glow, so I wouldn't say it's buildable full, but it does cover. It does give you some coverage when you build it. So I can see the radiance. It is looking, I wouldn't say shiny, but it is a little luminous. It's not matte at all. But it also doesn't feel like it transfers that much. I don't feel too much residue on my fingers. So if you do have really dry skin and you don't usually set with a powder, I don't see this transferring as much as some foundations do where you have to set it. But so far it is looking really good. It does look natural. I want to see how this goes down over powders. So I am going to set my face with the Too Faced Born This Way in Warm Sand. I'm going to set it with this powder, and then I'm going to add stuff to the rest of my face, and I'm going to check back in with you guys and let you guys know how it did, and then I'm going to wear it throughout the day and we're going to go from there. Okay, so I am back. So far so good. I am loving this foundation, you guys. So far at this point, this foundation is looking super good. I just finished up my face quickly with some bronzer, added a little lip to there, and some highlight, just some basic stuff to wear, see how it applies on top of the foundation. And so far, so I am going to wear this for a few hours, and as soon as it started getting oily, I'm gonna check back in with you guys and let you guys know when I started getting oily. I'm not going to set this with a spray or finishing spray or anything like that. All I did was set it with powder because it is luminous and I do have combo skin, so I had to go ahead and lock everything in with some powder. But as far as some setting spray, nope, I am going to leave it just like this, and I'm going to come in close so you guys can see the full finish. So far, yes, it is looking lovely, and I will check back in with you guys when I start getting oily. So hopefully this lasts for at least a good six hours. I mean, it does say 24 hours, so we'll see how long it takes for me to start getting oily, and that will give us a case in point to where it may last, if it's a staple or not. Like I said, I know it's a luminous foundation, so I am not looking for it to hold up for 8 hours. I mean, at least give me 4 or 5, especially in 100-degree weather. Now, if this is winter time, I'll be looking for at least 8, especially if it has claims of 24 hours. especially if it has claims of 24 hours. I am looking for at least 8 hours before my oil start kicking through, even if it is the winter time. And that is because I don't wear my makeup no more than 24 hours anyway. You know, I have before when I slept in my makeup, but just to say I need it for 24 hours, I need my rest. So I will check back in with you guys in the meantime. Okay, so I am back after a long 7 hours and 18 minutes. I applied this at 1 and it's now 8:18. So yes, as you guys can see, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I must say that I am not as oily as I expected to be for it to be a 7-hour wear test and 100 degree weather. So some things that I can point out. So like, mind you, I only set this with a powder. I did not set this with no setting spray. So I think if I had to put a setting spray over this and probably touched up a little bit throughout the day, I probably would only have to do one touch up for this to be, like I say, 100 degrees and 7-hour wear test. And this is a luminous foundation. This is actually not bad. I am oily. I've seen worse, but this is oily. So I did notice that this foundation creased a little bit where my lines are, my smile lines, just more so on this side. Besides my running mascara, the foundation did attenuate my pores because I didn't use a pore filling primer. I only used the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So all that primer does is extend the wear of your foundation. It doesn't technically fill in pores. So I probably could have used a pore filling primer because these pores up in here are noticeable. Pores is the only thing that concerned me, but like I said, I could use a pore filling primer because I think this foundation did an awesome job. Almost like my Luminous Silk foundation lasts on me, so that's why I wouldn't use this technically in the summer on a very hot day. I would pull more so for mattifying foundations. I am gonna see how much oil I have. I have these e.l.f. blotting sheets, and so let's just see how much oil we can suck up. Oh, that's a lot. Look at that. And that is like just oil alone. So yeah, definitely super oily, but honestly, with just the removal, that was 2 blotting sheets. Let me try one more. Not bad. So the sheets, I mean, were pretty filled with oil. Basically, it's not really transferring. It's basically back to where I started, besides the under eye creasing and my lipstick worn down. So yes, I give this foundation a thumbs up and I like it. I will continue to test it out, more so when it's not as hot, because I have lots of foundations that can pass the humidity test where I won't be that oily at the end of the day. But I think for the touch up, I didn't even use powder to touch this up. That was just blotting sheets. So I'm sure if I was to go over this with a powder and maybe carry around a little setting spray, if optional, but mostly the powder, I think this foundation isn't so bad. So yes, you guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you guys won't miss any videos, and leave a comment if you did enjoy this video. And until next time, you guys,